Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
I just hit record. This is now recording, and I'm doing this just to see if it works.
yeah, I understand.
Okay.
hmm
Say a few things.
Hello, I'm a black guy that Nigel is friends with. Hello.
All right, for sure. That works. Let me. How have you been?
Don't you want to like clap real quick so we could get the audio sync?
Yeah. That's a good
Right?
idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
What?
a
3, 2, 1, clap.
yeah,
No, no, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
okay, okay. I'll
Three.
count down.
All right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, clap. Okay. Wow, we did that exact same time. All right. Yeah, that was. I don't know why I didn't do that first. I'd be forgetting.
Got you. I got you.
All right.
hmm
So how have you been?
Uh,
So how have you been?
uh, I've been good, man. I mean, besides having a mental breakdown 2 weeks ago because of college, but
That's understandable for college. I feel
yeah,
like college is nothing but people having mental breakdowns.
yeah, yeah, I can attest. I haven't had one in a long time. I would say like I would have them like my first year of college because I fucking hated it,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
bet that's the worst year.
yeah, and I was like, it's whatever, and then I got over it, and then like I don't know, I was just like I had a whole bunch of assignments due that I just couldn't make any progress on, and I was like, wow, I need to go to the beach, and I hate the beach. I ended up at the beach. The most I hate the
You was
fucking
going through
bro,
it.
bro. I had some poke because that shit fire,
Pokey's
and
really good.
I started driving, and I ended up at my house somehow, and I was like, I don't want to go home, so I ended up just getting on a random street and just taking that street, and I ended up all the way at the beach. But
There's a picture
no,
of a. There's a picture. There's a really good picture of Macho Man Randy Savage in jeans, just sitting on some rocks, thinking about his life, and that's what I imagine.
yeah, I didn't even have a chair. I just sat on like the brick wall, like in front of the barrier between the fucking street and the sand for like an hour, just listening to Jill Scott. But I'm good, man. I'm graduating in 4 weeks.
did
No
you
loans. I'm
did you
happy, man.
did you walk down the beach and turn around and see two footsteps behind you? Two pairs of
Yep,
footsteps behind
yep.
you, and
God's
be
with
like,
me at all times.
you look up and be like, yeah, I know that was you, God.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
What about you, man?
I've been good. I've been working mainly. That's most of life. I've discovered it's most of life, and I don't like it. But it'll maybe one day that'll be better. You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe one day I won't have to work because then I'll not be here.
Mm-hmm. I
I'll,
agree.
I'll not be
Um,
around anymore.
do you like your job?
It's all right. It's all right. I wish I was doing something different, but it's something. It pays well, and it's not hard, so it's not the worst thing.
These things suck. I told you, third one, trash.
Oh, the third red vine.
Ugh, disgusting now. Tastes terrible.
Yeah. You eat too many of those, it just starts tasting like plastic, like sugar coated plastic or something, and it
It's
is too tough
definitely
to eat.
like it's like fish gills that they just didn't want to recycle or something.
Fish gills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It at a certain point you just get sick of it.
Disgusting.
Um, but since this is my channel and the people here may not be all the way familiar with you,
Mm-hmm.
you are Ryan, who shows up in mainly lower thirds because you do a lot of the music in the videos I make. And
Yeah. Uh
do
huh.
you enjoy? What kind of? I want you to talk about that.
should should we should we tell them why I'm in lower thirds in your music? Because I fucking basically hassled this guy to use my music in his videos
Yeah.
before I ever knew him, and I was like, that was my whole plan. I was like, I'm gonna small YouTubers that I like, and then just hassle them to
Yeah,
send
that
and
was a good
send the
plan.
music.
That was crazy because I was like, I feel like I had like 300, like 200 something subscribers or some
Uh
shit,
huh.
and I got a message like, "Yo, I love your videos are good. Uh, would you mind using one of my songs in them?" And I was like, "All right, bet." And I threw it in, and shit blew up from there. The collaboration, nobody could handle it.
Man, yeah, fucking. It's because if I'm remembering the story correctly, like I found you on a Chase Money video. Like you had a funny ass comment, and I don't do this at all ever, but I clicked your profile, and it was like, oh shit, wow, he's a YouTuber as well. And then I was like, I was on it. I was like, I'm sending this guy music, and then it worked out.
That's good.
We're
It's
friends.
I really enjoy finding like clicking on a random name or something in
Mhm.
comments or something, and then
Mhm.
seeing that they make content and that the content is good.
Mhm.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So since this is probably going to be primarily a gaming podcast, what have you been playing recently?
Uh, I know for sure one, but I'm trying to think like, oh, I mean, I told you this earlier, but I haven't been playing anything like new.
Like
So I
new,
mean,
yeah, like
yeah, like that
just
came
released.
out within the last year or anything. I've been
Okay,
playing Enter the Gungeon because that game. Wait, can I cuss?
yeah, go ahead.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, I really just really fucking enjoy Enter the Gungeon a lot. I don't know. I've always like really I figured out that I really like indie games that are kind of brutal in some senses when you have like it's only hard because you don't know the mechanisms of the games.
Oh,
Just yeah, cuz
like
like it
as
was
you're learning it.
yeah, like with Splunky HD like I don't know why I like that game so much, but like that game isn't hard and well, it's hard until you learn how to play it, you know. And
Yeah.
then it's still unrelentless, like. But I don't know. And then other than Enter the Gungeon,
So
I
something that
bought.
has like a learning curve to it, where you're starting out with. I like roguelikes like that.
Yeah. It's a that I want to say that's a roguelike. I believe that's a roguelike. That's how they classify it. I don't know.
I think so.
Um, what
Spelunky or
else?
Enter the Gungeon?
Both of
Enter the
them
Gungeon definitely is. Spelunky,
is the
I
roguelite
think is
or
because there's like I think so. I think it's a similar thing. It's just that the levels are set up differently.
yeah, because it's
The like the levels are when I think of roguelike, I feel like I think of something. I guess Spelunky is because it's essentially the same thing.
I think what do they classify it as? I don't remember. I would have to get my other computer.
Some kind of like
If
I'm
I
not
change,
sure.
if I change the screen on my laptop, I'm screen recording Google searches.
Have
But yeah, I don't know. I would have to check what other games I'm playing. Let me check.
you tried Hades?
No, but I know that shit's fire.
It's
And
fire.
I'm
It's really
probably
good.
I don't want to buy it just yet because I know once I start playing it, I'm probably not gonna want to do like homework assignments anymore.
It's really good. Yeah, you should wait until you're done with college. It's really
Uh,
good.
randomly, I bought Gang Beast like 2 days ago at like 3 a.m. and I played it for like 20 minutes.
I see that on sale often, and I never think to buy it.
It's
Well, sometimes I
fun.
do. It's
It's
fun.
real fun. You never played Gang Beast?
I've only played the version before it released. I've never played it officially. I've only I've,
Hey,
I've only played the beta for it.
it's super fun when you got like friends and shit to play. I mean, like it's kind of boring when you just playing a random game at 3 a.m. But
Yeah,
like,
that's if I bought it, that would be the vibe I would have. So
yeah,
I just waited on it.
uh, yeah, but that game is fun. I remember playing it in high school at my friend's birthday. So it was fun.
Does it have it obviously has like online,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Online matchmaking, yeah. It's not.
Okay.
It was only local multiplayer originally, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I assumed it was. So then
Yeah.
I just didn't. I just stayed away.
bro, literally all the games I used to play are the games I used to play when you had an Xbox. Uh,
It doesn't feel like a ton of shit has come out. Like shit has come out obviously, but a ton
yeah.
of like very notable shit hasn't. I feel like, how do you feel about like this? Well, now that we're in a new generation, how do you
Mhm.
feel about the generation? Like you have an Xbox One, right?
Yeah, I'm not upgrading.
Yeah.
There's no, at least there's no reason for me to, right?
I
Because
I don't I as someone
what
with a PS5, there's not a lot of games to play right now. So,
I mean, what came out on the PS5 that is PS5 exclusive,
nothing.
right?
Well, I wouldn't say that. There's a game that well, I was gonna say the game that came pre-installed on the PS5, Astro's Playroom, but
That
aside
don't
from that,
count.
that does not count. Aside from that,
Bug Snacks is only on there.
Bug Snacks is on PS4 actually. So no,
Yeah,
is there any? There's nothing. I don't think there's anything.
Donkey did a video on that game years ago, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Speaking as someone with a next gen system, it's not worth getting yet, honestly. Because
yeah, that was my biggest thing. Like I was talking to a couple of my friends who still have the Xbox One, like, and we was like, just we were talking back and forth. He was like, "Are we getting a new console?" It was like, "There's no real reason at this point to like."
yeah, you don't need to yet.
I think the thing is that these companies obviously work together in some capacity, right? And they're like, "Oh, you're making a new console? Well, we gotta start making a new console," even though there's no real reason to. Like, I mean, like, what
I
was the
feel
real
like
like 4K? Is that the only reason people
some
upgraded?
there's
Just not
games
true
that
4K.
they run on. There's some upgraded games they run on 4K 60 frames, which is a really good bonus. I
Mm-hmm.
do like playing the games that I've already played before on PS5 with at 60 frames in 4K because it looks nicer and they run better, but
Yeah,
they're still that doesn't change that they're still the same game
it's still the
from
same game.
PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm I'm looking. There's nothing that really like. That was
There's
the problem with this current. Well, it's not current anymore. Last gen, like when the PS, at least for the Xbox One, the Xbox One launched terribly, in my opinion. There
it
was
did.
no reason to get the Xbox One when it first launched. Like there
Yeah.
was only like Rise, Son of Rome, right? That
I
terrible
had that game
game.
too.
That terrible game, and then there was another game that launched with the Xbox One, and then I remember I got it for Christmas. I didn't even ask for it. I wanted a PC, but my mom, you know, asked my friend, "Hey, what should I get?" My friend was like, "Xbox One," and we're here.
Okay, now we're here.
But
I was just talking about this with somebody where they I feel like at the beginning of last year they had pretty set in stone what they wanted the consoles to be,
mm-hmm,
but and I'm sure they probably had like games, well not games ready, but games they wanted to be out by launch, but when COVID hit, it probably set all the games back, but not the consoles, since they already had the consoles like mostly done or mostly planned.
for sure.
But I feel like they might as well have like delayed the consoles too, because there's
Yeah,
really isn't shit there.
isn't it like extremely hard to still get a PS5 right now,
It's
or is
still
it?
extremely hard, yeah.
Yeah, so why even do that? Why just not just postpone it?
They don't have the the shit to make it. They don't have the games to go along with it. I don't really know why
Yeah,
they didn't really delay it.
yeah, right.
It doesn't really
It
it
doesn't
seemed
make, at least for me, it doesn't monetarily make sense for a giant company like Microsoft or Sony to be like, COVID's here, but still buy our consoles. But wait, you can't really get our consoles because shit's not being made. So to make our
yeah.
consoles, it's. But I get it. I mean, you have a release date, and if you don't do it, people are just gonna vilify you for it. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah. If they delayed it, I feel like they would have gotten a lot of hate. But I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
in turn they would have had a more structured more planned out, more like put together like release and launch of their
Yeah.
consoles, because this was the probably one of the worst launches of a Xbox One. Or yeah, wait, Xbox One. It's called the Xbox One X. It's not even like a completely different name. I thought I was coming up with the wrong name.
Oh,
Uh,
you talking about because it was called the Scarlet originally, right? And they
yeah,
just changed it out of nowhere.
it's called the Xbox One X,
Or
right?
then the Series X. There's the Series X, right? Now there's two versions.
Why the
There's
fuck did they name this shit this way?
there's two versions. There's the white joint, and then the one that looks like a
No,
fucking skyscraper.
the series. Oh yeah, it's called Series X and Series
Yeah.
S. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
They look. I mean, the only one that looks different is the black one that looks like a fucking skyscraper.
Yeah, one that looks like a refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
The launch for the Xbox Series X and the PS5 have probably been the worst launch of a console I've seen while I've been alive. Because not only did they not have anything ready,
I
they
mean,
were
yeah.
not readily available to buy.
I mean, taking in the. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Comparatively, I don't. Was the PS4 launch trash? Because I didn't have it, so I don't.
I don't
remember.
I don't think it was trash. I feel like
I think the PS3 launch was trash, if I'm not mistaken.
I bet the
People-
PS3 launch was trash.
Yeah, I think the PS3 launch was pretty bad, but the PS4 I think was okay.
But do you mean in terms of like launch games or just in
just
general?
like reception wise? Because I know for me at least, the Xbox One launch was garbage, and that was no COVID.
Yeah, that was no
And-
COVID. They didn't have any excuses.
That was mid high school for me. That was like 2014 did it launch?
Oh man. Okay. Well, the games they released for PS4 were not great.
Okay, so
This is not a very compelling list of things to buy.
So we got Xbox One, PS4, no COVID. We got PS5, and then the two Xboxes
Okay.
during COVID.
Maybe they weren't the greatest games, but at least they had games. I feel like
Yeah.
is
But,
the
like,
main thing.
But I don't know. Was there any original games only for the PS5 and the Xbox Series?
Original exclusive, like first
Like
party
you can
things.
only play it on those consoles.
I don't think. Well, PS5 had
What was Yakuza? Yakuza is playable on PS4, right?
It's-
the
yeah.
like a
Ye-
dragon one. The
Yakuza. Yeah, that was the one that they had. I think that was that the first one they put on the Xbox as well?
I
'cause-
believe so.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
God.
like
I'm definitely
multi-platform.
playing that shit. I'm playing that shit. As soon
Absolutely.
as I graduate, I need to start the Yakuza series, bro.
I highly
What?
recommend it.
Bro, I'm okay with watching a video game. I just like the stories.
It's really good. It's really good.
Mm.
But yeah, I think it had some like multi-platform stuff. PS5 when it launched, it had Astro's Playroom, Miles Morales. No, it had fucking that one game I didn't really.
Wait, you can't play Miles Morales
Dark
on
Souls,
PS4?
not or Demon Souls.
Oh, well, I mean, Demon Souls is. I heard it's pretty great, but like, really,
I've heard it's good, but I've not played it. That's the only PS5 exclusive. That's the only.
Here's a term that was really popular back in the day for the Xbox One and PS4. Console seller games, right?
Oh yeah.
There's no real big console sellers right now.
I
know-
honestly don't think that exists anymore. The concept of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because most things are like, I mean, outside of Spider-Man and shit like that. I mean, that's Sony. That makes sense. Which doesn't make sense to me because I feel like if you're gonna have a game, I feel like you should want it on as many platforms as possible. That way, you're gonna gain more money, right? At least for me. But I know they're trying to sell a console, but like, are you really? I feel like you would make more money if the game is on your PS4, PS5, the Xbox One series, Steam. I feel like it'll make more money on different services, but I get supply and demand. But I feel like if you're limiting the game on one platform, you're not going to gain as much money. But that's just me with no economics degree. I'm just a nigga that's talking. So
Yeah, I feel like I hate when they do launching or console exclusive
I'm,
launches
I'm gonna
or
be out of frame
games.
for a sec.
Okay, that's fine. I hate when they do console exclusive games, but I feel like it definitely doesn't do as well because if they launch it on one console first, that console does get all of that money first, all of the money from that single
Hmm.
day, the first day it's released. But
Yeah,
when it comes to
that's
other stuff, I don't really hear that much about that game anymore.
that's why I don't like. I don't get the. I remember at least in high school, right? That shit was fire. Like, oh, we Xbox
Yeah,
get DLC first. Ha, you fucking
yeah.
suck. I don't give a shit about that shit no more. But I know kids at high school care about that shit. So, but I know like time based exclusives makes no sense to me at all.
It doesn't
That's
make any
why
sense.
like, oh, I guess wait, was that last year? I I haven't played it in a while, and we talked about this via like texting, but like Control,
Oh,
love
Control. I
love
think that
that
came out
game.
2 years ago.
Oh well, the DLC. That's
Oh, the
DLC.
DLC came out last year. Yeah,
DLC from at least for Xbox. That shit came out later, like months
it
later.
did. I didn't know that.
It came out months later. Bro.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I
That
played
like
it.
it came out like 3 months after like it came out on like PlayStation or whatever. So
That's
like that's why I was like, damn, did it launch? He's like, yeah, it came out on PS4. And I was like, I looked, it was like, it's a time based exclusive. I was like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Why would
yeah,
you do that?
especially for like DLC. That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I mean, at least for Control, right? I mean, like, it's not a competitive game.
Yeah, it's not competing with anything.
Yeah, Control is Control, bro. I don't know why you want to. I mean, all power to Remedy getting that little Sony bread. You feel me? It's all about the money plays. I get that.
Every
But
time
like,
I see
yeah,
something timed, I look at it and I just know that I'm gonna forget the next time the next time this shit re-releases, I'm gonna forget to get it on the other thing, so I'm not gonna care.
exactly. That's my point. It's like, why limit it? Like, we're talking about like people who actively buy it on every fucking console if they really love the game, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I digress,
yeah,
but I consoles and exclusivity is kind of like a thing of the past, and I mean it's becoming like very popular. I mean, obviously, with your Call of Duties, you can play with a friend who got PS4, cross-platform, PC. I think it's a great direction to go in because that means it really doesn't matter as long as you're enjoying the game, right? But
yeah.
companies are companies, so
Things have been like so. I never even thought about like how things have changed in gaming since like 360 and PS3 because I
sure.
do definitely remember people like coming to school and talking about things like ooh, we got the DLC first. It's like Call of Duty's best
Bro,
on Xbox or some
have you
shit.
played that new Black Ops 2 map, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a PS3. Ah, you fucking nah.
I feel like they don't really do that anymore because for one, I think obviously the Xbox and PlayStation are still competing, but they're not competing in the same way they were 10 years ago, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like they're now competing in terms of like services instead of content. Like
Yeah.
Xbox has the Game Pass and that's amazing. Do you have the Game Pass?
Nah.
I feel like you'd be able to play it. You should absolutely get that shit after you graduate because you're gonna have so much free time.
I'm definitely thinking about all the shit I want to do after graduate. And playing a fucking good video game is one of them for sure.
But I feel like things have changed so much from services, the way Xbox and PlayStation do run the way they run their little businesses. They run their little businesses.
Not a fucking global fucking.
I see Xbox doing their little thing, but it's just so different now. Yeah, but what are you? I was wondering what games are you most anticipating this year?
Shit, what's coming out? Let me see. Games. What games are coming out? Let me.
Because I there's a lot of shit that isn't out yet that I'm just waiting for. Like the games that aren't a lot of the games that were supposed to be available at launch got pushed back, and a lot of the games that would be out now got pushed back, like Deathloop for one. Um,
Oh, Deathloop
Cyberpunk probably should have.
got pushed back.
Deathloop got pushed back to September.
That's that. Wait, can you tell me you don't hear that damn dog, right? You can't hear it.
No, I can hear it now.
Oh no! The dog is insane, bro. He can't be alone. I don't know why.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's Arcane Studios, right? The same people who did Dishonored and shit.
Yeah. Have you played Dishonored?
Yeah, I loved 1, but I don't know why I did not like 2.
You didn't like 2?
I don't know why. I feel like it's a problem with me and not the game, and I could separate the two. For some reason,
understand that.
I could not get the controls memorized for that game. Number 1, I could. Number 2, I was on the last fucking mission trying to figure out how to teleport her. I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with me?
I've never heard that criticism of a game, even though that totally makes sense. It totally makes sense to me.
I know the game was good. Like I remember like all the good shit about the game. I take credit for me not liking the game because I'm a little slow sometimes.
I 100% like can see the quality of what I'm playing when I play a Dishonored game, but I can't do it. I have tried. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. I walk outside. I see like a few people down the street. I start trying to walk around. They see me. I get caught. I run back. They don't see me.
And then they forget. And then it's all good, right? Yeah.
They don't see me. I go and try again, and then I look to see what my plan is gonna be, and then I look at the environment. I see all the different paths I could take, and then I go, "That's too much," and then I turn it off.
Classic case of too many options.
100%. 100%.
I mean, I really enjoy stealth games, like at least games that try to be stealthy. I mean, Dishonored is definitely a game that 100% can be completed like stealthily. Like I'll play games that have like if I fuck up, like if I like what I'll do is like I'll try to complete a level like full stealth. If I get caught once, I restart the entire mission. That's how crazy I am. It don't make no sense. Like it's just a competition with myself. I would. Know, I've always
that sounds like some shit I would do too. Some like you don't feel like satisfied. Like I've tried a couple times. It's on PS Now, and I downloaded it and tried to. I picked it up. I got through the prologue and got into the first part, and I put it down. I put it down and uninstalled it. I just can't do it. But I'm excited to see what that studio does with Deathloop because I always hear about how amazing their level design is.
Yeah, dude. We talking about level design. Dishonored 2's level design is kind of fucking great. Honestly.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I remember the first one is a lot of grays and shit, but I know in the second one, at least if I'm remembering correctly, like it gets a lot. At least it depends on how you play too, because if you kill a lot of people, the game is just like all sad and shit, and like there's a bunch of rats everywhere and bullshit like that. But I remember at least like there was like a lot of diversity in that game, at least level wise. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, because I'm hoping they whatever they know about level design, they bring it into Deathloop because Deathloop looks like fast paced, and I don't really stealth. I don't mind stealth, but I like it as an option more than as like the default. Like I feel satisfied when I make that decision myself and then succeed in it, but I don't really care. Like if it's something that's based on me, I feel like it's too much. If it's something I decide to do myself, I enjoy doing it more. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm looking at this list. There's a lot of bullshit on here, like Knockout City.
Oh yeah. Did you see the trailer for that shit?
Nah, but it looks trash.
It was at that was one. It looks trash. Yeah. It was one of those games. I should show you the trailer. I should send you the trailer for it. It was one of those games. It had a trailer at I think a Sony show, and it
Mm-hmm.
had multiple different characters from multiple different games in the trailer. They
Oh,
showed
okay.
up completely different art styles. One of them was like a small little like pixel princess. None
Mm-hmm.
of those characters are in the game. It immediately went to footage of just a bunch of generic looking characters playing dodgeball, and then everyone was
Word.
disappointed.
Word.
They should not have done that shit.
I mean, all the games that look good are, I feel, are only coming out on PlayStation consoles. Ratchet and Clank is only coming out on PlayStation 5. I don't really care about Final Fantasy. I've never played a single one in my life.
You've never played Final Fantasy?
Nah, I know that's crazy, right? And I like at
That's
least
understandable, but
it wasn't like it wasn't in my household, and like none of my friends like were like, "Oh, dude, have you ever played
yeah,
Final Fantasy?" Like
yeah.
that wasn't a thing that was happening. At least in my school, I wish it was because I know they're pretty great, right? At least the old ones are. Like some
The
of them are.
literally, yeah, some of the best games ever made. If you enjoy like RPGs and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
there some of them it's fine to miss, but
Mm-hmm.
some of them you should definitely like. There's it's one of those series that I could say there's a game for everyone based on setting and characters and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
gameplay. The gameplay changes.
Okay. Let
I
me
would
see.
definitely recommend. Oh, you haven't played FF7 Remake or FF7 Original.
No, is that the one that you is? I say this lightly. You hated?
Which I didn't hate
No, no,
either.
no, 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 no.
Oh, I hated 15. I hated
you
15.
you liked 15, but you hated that one level, right? Was that like chapter 13 or something?
Yeah, yeah, chapter 13.
Bro,
I
see, I care about you, bro. I ain't watched that video in years.
yeah, I immediately thought of that video. That's crazy. I was like, "Yo, you watch
Yeah,
it?"
I think I even watched the live stream,
That's
if I'm not
dope.
mistaken. But yeah, you hated level chapter 13. You said that shit was trash.
It was a lot of hallways and a lot of just being attacked for no real reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
I
was
remember
yeah.
that shit. Yeah. Let me
I'm
see.
you should definitely if when you get the chance,
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't know which Final Fantasy would appeal to you the most
I
because
mean, I
they're
like
all
good shit.
that yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm showing the cum wrist.
I you know what on the screen that looks like the little Nike swoosh or something.
I know. Hey, this is toothpaste. I decided to brush my teeth with my new sweater on, and now I feel like a fucking idiot. So,
It came up a couple times and I thought it was like a Nike swoosh.
nah, it's JPEG Mafia. Go and listen to that EP 1, 2, and
I
All
need
My
to.
Heroes Are Cornballs. You ain't heard them yet?
I ain't heard the. Did he release? Well, I heard all my heroes are cornballs, but
That shit fire.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Did he release a new project after that?
He released 2 projects, EP 1 and EP 2.
He didn't have a name for him.
They're called EP 1 and EP 2.
Nigga just sent the files blank. All right. You have an Xbox One, so that's the initial problem that you're gonna be running into finding
Bro,
new
I
releases.
didn't want the console, bro. I wanted a PC in
Yeah.
high school. I wanted a gaming PC in high school, bro. I didn't make the decision.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first roadblock in finding any games to be excited for is having an
Yeah.
Xbox. That's gonna make the search harder.
Nah, bro. I'm going to build me a goddamn PC once I graduate. No
You should.
fucking doubt.
You should. You'll be able to play basically everything because Game Pass also comes on PC as well,
Mhm.
which is good.
I'm excited.
Since you don't have a lot of games to be excited for, you
I
don't
mean,
have.
I'm excited for these games. I just can't play them.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't.
Like God of War Ragnarok, I know that's gonna be fire.
That's
'Cause
gonna be
God
really
of War
good.
was really good. I haven't watched anything about Horizon, but I know that was pretty good. At least I heard. I mean, they're doing a Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Oh,
Cry
yeah.
6,
I'm about to play
do
that
not
shit.
care about.
Far Cry 6. Well.
Only thing that's gonna make me buy it is because of what's homie's name?
Giancarlo?
Oh my God. Yeah, he's a fucking great actor.
Yeah.
But I haven't liked Far Cry since Far Cry 3.
I
did not care about 4.
I
Or
played
5.
I really liked 3. I played 4. I remember 4 I didn't really care for, but I do have one of my most memorable gaming moments with it, where
Mm.
I I talked to one of the merchants for that were just wandering around.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to him and talked to him, and I was in the menu for so long that I totally forgot that I was just talking to a man outside on the street. And I went out of the menu and I saw him and he scared the shit out of me, and so I shot him immediately. I bought weapons from this man and killed him immediately with it.
Shit. Wait. Yeah, is there anything else on this list? I mean, Lego Star Wars is heat, but I'm not looking forward to that.
Are you excited for Cyberpunk?
I mean,
That game's not out yet.
Excited.
That game's not done yet.
It's not done. No, it's not done at all. Wow.
It's also not even released. It's not out on PlayStation Store.
I
It's
know,
still
'cause
not
they
out.
redacted that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm still waiting in anticipation for Cyberpunk, even though that game is out.
Wow. Damn, that's so crazy. Damn.
Honestly, Cyberpunk Returnal. I'm excited for Returnal.
Returnal, is that that's I see that looks like a fake. At least from the screenshot, it looks like aliens mixed with what's that fucking walking simulator?
Aliens mixed with Going Home.
No.
Oh.
Kojima. What was the last game?
Oh, Death Stranding.
Yeah, that at least from the screenshot, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting Death Stranding and Alien vibes.
I thought you were gonna say Going Home. That actually makes more sense. I feel like
Was Gone Home not good?
Going Home is good, but it's also it's like there's no, you just walk around a house. Have you played Going Home?
The crazy thing is, I heard it was okay, so I have it on my Xbox, but I've never booted the shit up.
How long did you download? How long ago did you download that?
Shit. I forgot about this. Fallout New Vegas. I was playing that last year.
Oh, that's the game from like 2005.
I love that fucking game. That's one of my favorite games of all time. Don't disrespect New Vegas.
I will disrespect Fallout as a series as much as I please.
I mean, personally, there's only ever been, at least from the ones I played, there's only ever been a one that's been good. I remember the first two are really good, at least.
Oh,
what people say.
The one is New Vegas the only one you enjoy?
Yeah, I do not like 3. 4 was boring as hell for me. I liked it for a week, and then I was like, I don't even care about the story. Why am I playing this?
I started 4, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I don't even know why I said it like that. I didn't like it.
I was like, I mean, I know, like, somehow I dodged, like, spoilers for, like, a year about the ending, but, like, eventually I just stopped. Like, one day I found out, like, your son is actually, like, the leader of the synths or whatever, right? And I was like, oh.
The leader of the Simps?
Synths.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is the story about?
Synth army. Do you not
Simp
know?
army? No, I didn't. I didn't finish it. I didn't care.
It's trash. But New Vegas, I love New Vegas. I remember, like, I was my mom used to be, well, she still is a hairstylist, but she used to work at this hair salon. And at the hair salon, they had magazines, and they had an Xbox official magazine, right? They had 2 of them, same issue for some reason. And I looked inside, and I saw Fallout New Vegas. And I fucking fell in love with, like, the screenshots. So, like, I was like, bro, when does this game come out? Like, oh my god, when does this game come out? And then I finally got it when it came out, and I loved it ever since. One of the only times I ever, like, bought something off rip.
I've never played New Vegas. I've tried 3 and 4. I don't like either of them. I've never tried New Vegas.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. It's there's no.
It's broken, isn't it? It's still broken.
I mean, there's some jank. I'm not gonna discredit the jank. There's always some Bethesda jank in there. They made the game in like 6 months, bruh.
Oh right, that's the game they made.
They made that game in 6 months.
That's
and it's
crazy.
So good. Like the writing in that game is so fucking good. Like the DLC is all of the DLC is fucking great. Like dude, like phenomenal game in my opinion. But yeah, it's broken in some ways for sure. Like there's no sprint button in the game, and you can like it's kind of like damn, I really want to try to get across this fucking desert faster, but you just walk everywhere. I mean, you could just download a mod for that. That's fine. But yeah, yeah, good game.
I feel like we have a good a good. You play things from 2005. I play things that are current. I feel like we have a good dynamic.
Yeah, I play all the old games and then be like, yeah. I mean, all the games I really like on my Xbox are like indie games, bro. Like
That's fair.
Celeste, I haven't beat, but I really like because I'm stuck on a level.
I haven't.
I don't know.
I
How to
haven't
beat
even
it.
played Celeste yet. I still need
What?
to.
It's so good. Celeste is really good. Cuphead, I finally beat. That was like 2 years ago, though. Let me see. Minecraft is technically an indie game.
I mean, in a way.
I haven't played Little Nightmares. I have that.
The first one.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
It's good. That you have games on your Xbox that would take you a single afternoon to beat. You still going home is 2 hours.
Bro. I just haven't I haven't really been in a game mood. Like there hasn't been a game that I wanted to play and just be immersed by it. And I think that's I guess that's just me being older. But I guess I wanted Cyberpunk to be that, and look where we are now.
I wanted Cyberpunk to come out and be the game that I would be stuck in for months, but
Bro, man, me too.
I'm currently...
And that's not even because of the hype. It was just like CD Projekt Red has consistently put out great products. They should have just delayed the game forever if that was the case, bro. I was totally fine. I said fine. Okay. With them constantly pushing the game back. If you're gonna push the game back, there's a reason, because it's not ready, right? And you want to put out a great product. But I think it wasn't even on Project Red's fault, right? It was like the publisher or whatever, or something. It was the outside thing.
It being their fault is, it's more. It is CD Projekt Red's fault, but only in terms of management in handling a project this big. Yeah. Because they mismanaged this shit so badly. There were things that they would go out and play new games that were coming out and then go into the studio and want to implement them, but they didn't finish implementing things they had previously. So there were things, they were constantly adding new things, but not refining the things that they had already put in there. Stuff like that, time management, bad crunch, shit like that.
I feel like they really should have held back on this game is ready. At least that's what we were all getting, right? We were all getting these at every conference or every couple of months we were getting updates.
Yeah.
We were getting Porsche DLC when the game ain't even out yet. Bro, man, what are you doing, bro? Just don't let us know that there's Porsche DLC till the game is ready, bro.
That title card where they said it'll be out when it's ready. That's one of the worst things they could have done with the way that shit released. Man.
Irony.
It's so fucking it's so disappointing because I was so excited for that game, and when I play it, it's still, I can see that it could be an amazing game.
You could see that it could be fucking great.
It could literally be incredible.
Hey, when did you started noticing shit wasn't like all there? Was it immediate for you, or did you get in a couple of missions and be like, what the hell? What is that?
So when I first started it, I actually got the PS5 after I started it, and then started it again on PS5. But on PS4, I started on the base PS4, which is less less. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't run as well as a base Xbox One. So immediately, well, the character creation went fine, and the initial. Okay, so now Actually, now that I think about it. As soon as I walked out of the door, there was someone with a floating phone in their hand. Uh, as soon as
Uh,
I walked out of the door, yeah, I
that's
just remembered that.
hilarious. What was your? I forget. What did you start as?
I started as a street kid.
Okay, I did a. What's the desert people?
The nomads?
Yeah, I started as a nomad, and I didn't see the jank at least. Okay, so you always end up in the same path essentially, right?
It's 30 minutes of the prologue, and then you all like converge at the same point. I feel like, which I was
What
also
a
disappointed by.
what a lie they told us, huh?
I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
Okay, so you know how you end up at that area where it's like a bunch of people working out.
Yeah, at the at your apartment complex, right?
Yeah. You like a bunch of people are working out, and then you walk up to that guy, and he's like, "Oh, you can fight and shit, whatever." Right?
Yeah.
Immediately after that, like when you're in this giant city, I started noticing that shit wasn't rendering properly, and I was like, "No, no." But I was like, "Okay, hold on," and then I remembered before that when I was driving uh to my apartment, there was shit that wasn't loading, and then I gotta
Oh
like I
man.
drove up the parking garage and shit wasn't loading. I was like, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked. I was like, no,
It's
no,
so
not another
man.
game, not another game. And then like, but I could tell they're like, I'll tell you like even between those 2 points, like there was a point when you were going up the elevator, like there was that show, like the in-game show. And they
Yeah.
were talking about like should people be able to live forever, and I was super intrigued by that part. So I know like there's in there somewhere there's like a great game, but right now
Yeah.
it's just
I remember when I first loaded it up, and after I saw that the floating phone thing, I dismissed that because I didn't know what I was in for.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but as
You know,
soon,
day one patches they come
yeah,
out, they'll fix that.
I went into when I started getting into like combat, the frame rate on this base PS4 went into like the tens and sometimes lower. It was ridiculous, and I was just in the whole time I was playing it in my head. I was like, this. There's obviously this game is not like working properly, and
Yeah.
it's not functioning the way that I imagined it would function, and it's not running how as well as it should.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I was going through it with like blinders on for the very first part because I was just amazed that I was even playing it. Because
Yeah.
when you before you notice the bugs and shit, the world looks incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The world looks great. Everything is so like immaculately detailed. And
Yeah.
then when you start seeing the bugs and shit, it's just when you start seeing the bugs, it hits worse than a game that looks worse.
Yeah, for sure.
It was
It
so
looks like
disappointing.
they got like the first 15 minutes working pretty good, and then after that it's like, oh fuck, you got to deal with it. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
On PS4, I didn't even have that many like crashes on it either. It just the frame rate was awful consistently. It was consistently really bad. And
Wow.
I found
Go ahead. Go
some
ahead.
I changed around some settings and it made the frame rate look better, but then it started crashing more.
Mm.
And when I switched to PS5, I didn't have the frame rate problem at all, but it crashed way more often, which was annoying. It crashed. I remember trying to play it. The last time I tried to play it for an entire day, it crashed 5 times in that day.
Damn.
And the fifth time, the day wasn't even. It wasn't even like. I wouldn't even say it was like an 8 hour play session. It was like maybe 4 or 5 hours. And after that, I was like, I just switched to like Ghost of Tsushima, which runs fantastically, looks amazing, does not crash. And then I was like, why am I spending so much time with this product I know I want to love in place of something that works at all?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to say I was like hyped for the game, but I was just let down.
I was hugely let down.
Yeah, I was just
I
let
was
down.
I was very visibly hype about this game. I've been excited for years, and then it came out and it did not. It not only did it disappoint, but it's literally probably one of the most publicized game failures in the
Of all
last
time.
in a long time, in a
It's
very long
probably
time.
it's probably gonna end up like Battlefield 3. Wait, not Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4,
Where
where
I
it
think I,
launches fucking terribly, but over time with patches, it's probably gonna be a great game because people still
I'm
play the fuck out of Battlefield 4.
yeah, I'm really hoping that they can. I this recent patch helped a lot,
I
but
wouldn't know. I haven't played that game since it launched.
I I I started playing it more when it well I haven't touched it at all in
I
like the
haven't
last month.
touched that game since the game came out.
I pick it up for the patches and then see how the patches are going and then put it down again to wait until there's a better patch. Because honestly, this new patch that came out 1.2, it runs better. It definitely runs better, but I'm still so bothered by by now I'm like you see the texture fuck ups and I'm like, "Man, come on."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
it's like the game
Nobody
released
want nobody
in
wants to see the shit they're like you're staring straight at of look like a fucking mess, and then out of nowhere it just like pops back up.
yeah.
Like it like takes you out of shit. Like it.
Yeah. Like early on that shit like that didn't bother me, but as time goes by and more
Mhm.
patches get implemented, I'm like the small stuff starts to bother me more and more
Yeah.
and it gets more like frustrating. But like that would have been the time I've had with Cyberpunk. My first playthrough I've almost beaten the game and then I put it down and still haven't seen the ending because I don't want to see it until I do an entire full playthrough when it's fully patched and
Dude,
working and
I
looks
don't even
good.
know how the story ends. Like somehow I've dodged all spoilers for the game, and I'm
I have
happy I
too
have.
somehow.
I'm so happy I have because I want to complete the game, and a completed when the game is completed, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
I feel like I might just wait for the next gen patch because then at least the initial like performance patches will be good and then the next gen patch will make it look prettier for me.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, I'm like every time I pick it up, I just get like this feeling of like disappointment just
Mm-hmm.
growing in me as I continue to play it and want more also because when I looked at it on PC on Steam they have mods. There are performance mods that help the game run better.
Yeah, that's why I want a PC, man. The
There's
PC community is amazing.
yeah, they're definitely like making that game what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I saw performance mods on PC, and I saw mods for like cyber arms, which aren't available in the game at all for
Wait,
you.
really?
Yeah, you don't. You get
I know you get enhancements.
yeah, you get like weapon enhancements. You get like blades on your arms and the gorilla arms that change how your arms look, but they aren't like the whole arm like I thought it would be, or like I wanted it to be.
Oh, so like you can't go like full metal arm, like one
Yeah,
whole arm is metal. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a letdown, right?
Like you see people in the world that have that, so why wouldn't it be available to you?
Yeah.
But it's one of the mods on PC and it looks great.
Can
And
you hear the dogs out here?
I no.
Okay. I'll just go close the door.
um yeah, when I saw the mods for PC and it made me even more disappointed because just wanted to play the PC version or something. But
I can talk about game letdowns all day.
speaking of games that released last year, what were your favorite games that released last year?
That released last year?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
Or of last year. We
Of
only
last
since
year.
you play games that released in 2005.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. People have been letting me down, so dude, I don't know what the fuck released last year. Red Dead Redemption didn't release last year, right? That was 2 years ago.
That was a couple years ago. But actually,
That game
1 second.
sucks.
Let me. What? Let me. Let me get this other light real quick.
I really dislike that game. Yeah, man, I did not like Red Dead 2.
For what reasons? Because I think it's a good game, but it definitely could have been made better by like controls and animations. Like the
Number
shit
one.
just runs slow. I feel like
Number one, the fucking horses
the horses.
are the worst part of the game. Nah,
I don't remember how the horses like moving.
Bro, you don't remember? You would tell the horse to go left, and it would go right, and you would just smack into a tree.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, like that,
Bro,
falling off your horse.
The worst shit ever. Oh my god. Nah, that's not the worst thing. Yeah, I think the game is well made. I just didn't very much enjoy how slow it was, and I didn't really care about Dutch's gang. I didn't really care about Arthur Morgan as a character. I really just wanted to play as John Marston if we beat 100. I know you play as John, right? After you play as Arthur Morgan. Spoiler alert, he dies. But like that's stupid because you know John Marston is gonna die in the previous game, so it's like there's no real reason for me, to have a connection to these characters when I know all of them are end up gonna die anyway because you kill them as John Marston. So it was like, do I really care about this? I mean, the stories, the gameplay is okay.
I feel like it had
Rockstar game.
Good storytelling,
Yeah.
but I feel like my main issue with it was how it controlled and how restrictive the missions are.
For sure.
That was my main thing.
Agree. Like it gives you the imitation of exploration when it's actually very limited in what ways you can complete a task.
Yeah.
And that's really weird, especially coming from a Rockstar game. Like,
yeah.
I think can I plug other people in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a YouTuber, Nakey Jakey, what a name, right? He did a great comparison on Rockstar, specifically Red Dead 2. I mean, go ahead and watch that one if you want. But essentially, he just brings up the same things we talked about. Like, just this game is like beautiful and the story's great, but like, damn, like it kind of like the gameplay at least limiting you. It kind of feels dated and it kind of brings the game down. At least for me,
it does make it feel super like dated, especially for a Rockstar game where their main thing, their specialty is like sandboxes.
Yeah, like okay, you have to kill this person, right? I mean, in GTA 4, you could snipe them, or you can go and get a fucking helicopter from the airport, and then just, for no reason, just shoot the fucking... that's just my thing. But I know it's a great game. It's just not for me, fam. It's just like, I mean, there hasn't been any DLC, really.
It's Red Dead Online, which sucks.
Yeah.
I think I said Red Dead... it doesn't make sense the way that they set up that they have their missions to be so restrictive when their specialty is being a sandbox, and they used to have so many other ways to complete the missions. And for a sandbox, you could do it in so many creative ways. So why would you restrict it to being this specific way? And also, why would you give us all of these weapons and this world to run around in and stop us from handling missions how we want in this, when they all take place in this open world, in the sandbox? Yeah. It doesn't really make sense.
I don't know. I was talking about Red Dead Online. Terrible. Oh, that's why I don't like it. Maybe
because Red Dead Online specifically.
Okay, hold on. GTA 5 was released
2013. 2013? Yeah.
They are consistently overloading that fucking game with content. They just put out a whole new map for that game last year, bro.
Yeah, they're doing a lot more.
They haven't done a damn thing for Red Dead. Why would you do that?
I think originally they were supposed to have like they were supposed to have single player DLC for both GTA 5 and Red Dead, but they canceled both of them. I'm not really sure why. Well, for GTA 5 it was because GTA Online was doing so well. For Red Dead it was for no reason.
Well, I know why, because GTA 5 is a fucking cash cow for Rockstar.
Absolutely, yeah.
I understand that, but you also have a game that just came out not 2 years ago, and you've only put out small updates that are you just going to 5 locations, same 5 locations, and then you're just roping somebody, tying them up, and then taking them back to jail.
Yeah.
For shitty in-game currency that's not, you can't really use because you have to buy gold bars with your real money to customize guns. It's like, really? Do I really want to do this when I could just play the story mode and then just have all these guns? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I digress, though.
What something else that bothers me is you mentioned actually, yeah, a lot of the missions in Red Dead are just going to go kill someone or going to go grab someone or something like that. So why are it just doesn't make sense to me that they restricted in certain ways to do it in certain ways for their like little cinematic thing that they want to have. But
I bought a game that came out last year.
Oh, which one? Is it an indie game?
No, it's Cold War. Black Ops Cold War.
Or
Call of Duty Cold War.
Was that okay? How was that? I don't really care.
It was cool. I mean, did you play Black Ops at all? Like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2?
Yeah.
Did you care about the story?
I remember being very engaged with the Call of Duty Black Ops stories when I was 12, and not beyond that.
Word. Black Ops 2 story was trash, but I like how they connected it. Yeah, I mean, you want me to spoil it for you? I haven't beat the fucking story mode, to be honest, but
Cold War?
Yeah.
How you gonna spoil it if you ain't beat it?
No, I haven't beat the ending. I played it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like 2 missions away from beating it. I haven't. I told you I only play fucking Enter the Gungeon.
You put down Call of Duty for Enter the Gungeon?
Better game all around.
Probably, yeah. I would agree.
Mason's alive in Cold War, and that's cool. But like, there's no like real connect. Oh wait, that's cool. Hold on. All right, put that in. Let me remember that. Mason's alive, and Frank Woods are alive, and then like you go on missions with them and shit like that. You're like your own character, and then you like support Frank and Woods,
okay,
which is cool. But like, there's no like there's only hints of what happened to Mason. Like, if I'm playing with Mason, I want this nigga to like freak out and like scream like Reznor and shit like that. Personally, but that's just me. But they did do this. They put Imran Zakhaev in Cold War. Do you know who Imran Zakhaev is? You don't care. I know you don't.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't remember.
He the nigga you shoot the arm off as Captain Price. You remember that nigga in Call of Duty 4?
I vaguely remember that. I don't remember. I feel like I remember seeing it, but I don't remember the
I don't remember Gillies in the Mist? You don't remember that mission?
Which mission did you say?
Gilly in the Mist, where you have.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was in that mission.
Yeah, no, Gilly in the Mist is the mission right before you shoot the dude's arm off.
Where you're in the ghillie suits with Captain Price and walking around the.
Yeah. And then the next mission, you're in the hotel, and then you zoom in and you shoot, and then his arm comes off.
Okay. I don't remember that. I remember the ghillie walking around in the ghillie suits with Captain Price, but not that part.
But I guess they've connected the series now by putting him in Black Ops because everybody thought they were 2 separate universes. So I guess, yeah, little lore,
little Call of Duty lore.
Yeah,
appreciate it. So, thank you for joining me, Ryan, for the first episode of I guess it's called Bad Input, unless we go with a different name. Tell everyone where Tell everyone where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on Pornhub. No,
I can't put that in the description.
I have a Twitter. I don't use it. I don't like Twitter, so you can just follow me at Instagram at civilian SIV period ILIAN. I have a what you call it. I'm terrible at doing promo for myself. Huh? What's that called? I have a Bandcamp.
Oh yeah. You got a tape on there or anything? Anyway, oh, you have a SoundCloud as well, don't you?
Yeah, but people don't go to, like, at least these days, right? People, if you can't like go to Spotify to listen to it, they not gonna listen. So,
Yeah.
do I really want to put my
Why would I go to SoundCloud?
Yeah, right. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. Oh, I just said that. I feel disgusting.
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, follow me.
Leave a like.
Yeah.
Link in bio.
Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. All right, and this is my channel, so if you don't know, you can subscribe if you want. But other than that, we are out of here.